Okay, so right now I've got my little travel container that I keep my stag beetle in. He's fairly small, so it's usually good enough. You can't see at the angle that I have this at. Let me see if I can twist it a little. But I've got a little hygrometer there, and the needle is up here, pointing to about 50, which is pretty dry. These guys like to be in a more humid environment, and I don't have good numbers on that, but what I've been seeing when people say humid for a beetle, they usually mean 60 to 70. So we're gonna get this little wet in here, squirt some stuff in here, and then I also want to, when I say stuff, water, obviously, and I also want to make sure that this ground, when it gets this arid, sometimes the ground will make a crust and it becomes hard to burrow. And you can probably tell that I have this in the window. And so in the morning, the sun will come in directly, and the stag doesn't like to be out in the sun, so it's hiding. It'll be under this cork piece usually. And but then what happens is sometimes when it wants to start burrowing, it can't get into the ground. It keeps finding hard ground. So I'm also going to turn it over, and I just have used this as a back end of like a barbecue skewer, like one of these little, wood skewer things. So the first thing we're going to do is grab this little piece of cork, which is all one piece. Now he looks a little scary, but he's very kind. I can show you. He's kind of sleeping right now. He has food anxiety, so he likes to sit in his food dish. So we're just gonna take him out. I've never seen him fly, and honestly, if he decides to fly today, then good for him. So he's big enough I can find him, All right, and this still feels pretty loose, but it's dry pretty deep down in. So what I'm gonna do is give it a few decent sprays, and then I'm gonna stir it around and repeat. Just turn up some of that drier soil deep down. Now you can get mold in here, and I haven't had that yet because I haven't had this hobby long enough, but I think turning it over is probably good for that, so you don't get too much dense packed in material at the bottom. But I don't know, like I said, taking a chance. This soil isn't the best. I wouldn't raise a larva in this. It's I just got it from the pet store, and it's what they sell for beetle soil. Well, they call it critter soil because it's insects and spiders and whatnot. And it has a lot of sand content in it, and so I don't think that would be good for larvae, but it's good for this fella. Now, I like to pack down this, not real hard, but gently. And then I like to bury the cork a little bit on this half. So I'm gonna pull some of this out and just kind of make a little hole. And you can hear my cat, she is jealous. So there, we're good. And you can see a stag beetle. Oh, he woke up a little bit. You see him moving. Hey, little fella. Oh, you can see his legs moving. Yeah, one thing that's fun about beetles is they sleep, but they got compound eyes, so it's you can't see their eyelids closed. They don't have eyelids, so you can't always tell if they're sleeping or not. But I'm getting a good feel for this dude's little rhythms. So I think that's good. The jelly's got he's kind of a messy eater, so jelly's got some soil in it. I don't think that's enough to bother him, so I think I'm gonna leave it for now. But if it gets worse, I would scoop some of the top off. It's kind of a big jelly container for a tiny little insect, so it some of it dries out before he gets to eat it all. And you can spray your jelly a little, but since he's guarding it, I don't want to upset him. He doesn't like to be sprayed, as you can imagine. So, okay, little bud. Okay, that's all there is to maintaining the this little portable hideout. Wave bye to Jesk. Bye, Jesk.